So we got a couple of really unconventional decks. Did I give you your commander?
My commander is right here.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. We got some unconventional decks today, and they do what should not be done.
I'm running 5 colors. Marina Vendrell. When Marina Vendrell enters, I reveal top 7 cards of my library, put all enchantment cards from among them into my hand, and the rest at the bottom of my library in random order. I can tap to lock or unlock a door of a target room I control, actually only as a sorcery. But that doesn't matter. I will be doing it more than once.
You're gonna try to tap that thing as much as you possibly can.
Well, she is pretty.
You're gonna try to tap it like a land.
Oh.
It's a pretty nice land to tap that. Oh, jeez. Okay. My commander is Magar of the Magic Strings. Magar of the Magic Strings is a 3 mana cost casting creature. It is in the colors of Rakdos, a swamp and a mountain and a colorless. It has the creature types Legendary Creature, a Minotaur Performer. It is printed in the set of Infinity, but it is a tournament legal card, even though it's coming in one of the more controversial sets. It has the activated ability, pay a Rakdos and a colorless, so Swamp, Mountain, and a colorless. And then you get to note the name of a target instant or sorcerer. I just note it. And then that card, I take that card from the graveyard, I put it onto the battlefield face down so my opponents can't see it.
It doesn't have to tell you what it is.
I don't have to tell them what it is. I just have to pull it from my graveyard and put it face down. It becomes a 3/3 creature with this ability. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, I may create a copy of the noted name card, and I may cast a copy of that card without paying its mana cost. And if the creature itself, the 3/3 colorless creature, would leave the battlefield, I exile that card instead of putting it anywhere else.
So, if you want to stay ahead of the game, you can always look at their graveyard.
And when somebody says, I'm going to destroy the one that's constantly destroying my creatures, say, which creature on my side of the battlefield would you like to kill?
Yeah, you're playing the...
It is officially, by definition, an unknown creature. We're going to play with another unconventional mechanic out of Magar of the Magic Strings, and we're going to be playing Commander with the Learn mechanic. So I have a list, and I'm going to go ahead and I have to show this at the very beginning of the game, because we have to play the rule of cool. Technically speaking, sideboards are up to the players in which you're playing with. It is a choice whether you like to have a sideboard or not, and we are choosing to allow a sideboard since that is cool and fun and creative. The sideboard cards, they're not exactly the greatest cards on planet Earth, but they do have their unique usefulness, and I can only select the lessons from outside the game. So my opponent can see those cards. As I play a Learn spell, I will be able to pull one of those cards from outside the game, any one of them, and I will put it into my hand when I cast a Learn spell, or do the Learn quote mechanic.
Since these are not part of your 100 count library, you can have multiple copies.
Which I do. And that's important that I have multiple copies, because that means if I ever have the need or feel the need in the middle of the game in order to get to the same copy card, I may. And it does not change the count of my deck, which is kind of really cool when we're playing this. So, a few cool, different and new mechanics, but I'm going to be playing the Rakdos colors, and you're playing Sunburst.
Sunburst.
Or my favorite way of calling it, Painbow. Because it is a pain. And just to I had to make sure I got this spell book deck box, since this is a spell slinging deck, not necessarily an enchantment, artifact, or creature deck, unlike other traditional decks. So we're gonna go like.
I'm using this deck box, the house, which is
it's the only house that you can afford in this economy, right?
Yes.
You did pull a mortgage out for it, though, right?
A mortgage?
Yeah, you got a mortgage.
Still paying for it.
Still paying for it. Still paying for it. I feel like you pulled out like a mortgage for magic in some cases.
It's okay. I got one house. You bought 2.
I bought 2 houses. Oh, frick. Actually, that is true. I did buy 2 houses. I think mine's the color red.
But I prefer this one. Purple. Almost pink.
It's a cool color. I like it because it's it's coming from out of the Duskmourn set, so it's got that the Duskmorn haunted house, like the classic Scooby-Doo creepy type style aura essence to
this
it.
is fashioned after the house on Haunted Hill, but I like the purple because that is also the same color as Monster Blood.
There you go. I dig that. Oh my gosh. You're going to let me put that on top of my deck, yeah?
No.
No? Alright. Good thing I'm going to let you cut, huh?
We'll see.
We'll see, he says. We'll see. So we'll go like this. I'm going to go ahead and let you cut that for me.
You can cut mine.
Alright. That is what you lost in traditional fashion.
It's okay. It's just another door.
Another door you're going to just like fetch for. Here we are. And go like that. Go ahead and put my commander there. That's zone. And I'll draw my 7 cards. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We'll see how this works.
I do want to roll the seagulls first.
Let's see. I have 19.
I got 4.
Whoa!
Do you want to go first or you want to go second?
I'll go first.
Alright, he's going first.
Let's go with Terramorphic Expanse. We're just going to sacrifice that and look for a basic. Put on battlefield tab. And I will pass.
I'm going to go ahead and play Temple of Malice. It's going to enter the battlefield tap. When I do so, I get a scry 1.
Ooh, actually. One.
And we will leave that card up on top. I like that card a lot.
Alright. Good look for planes. There, goes back tapped.
Anything else?
Shuffling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you were fetching. That's right. You were playing your Terramorphic Expanse.
Yeah, man.
Here am I in my
There you
little
go.
world.
I will. You can cut.
Yeah, you lost that one.
Oh, that's
Another.
I will untap, draw. I will have Demir Aqueduct go into play tapped. When it enters the battlefield, return the land I control to its owner's hand. I will return this plains to my hand. I pass.
I'm going to go ahead and untap everything. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and play a command tower. And then I will go ahead. Do I want to do that now? You know what? I will do it now. I'm going to go ahead and tap for 1. I'm going to go cast a Dark Ritual. I'm going to float 3 black mana, and then I'll go ahead and cast my commander by giving myself a red.
Of course, he's doing
Of course.
Dark Rituals.
Then I will go ahead and
You are
pass.
an evil man.
I'm an evil man, he says.
I will untap, draw, play planes.
Hey, I wore my CTR ring when I was younger.
Well, I will tap the planes and one other. I'm putting this grand entryway into play. The other door is still locked.
I like how you have the little door tokens to it. Can I see one of them?
You can see. Here you go.
They're a little door. They fit over. You can see the text and it's yeah, that's cool. I really like the doors.
Perfect. When it enters, or when this door is unlocked, I create a 1/1 with white glimmer enchantment creature token. Well, unfortunately, I do not have an actual glimmer, so I'm going to use this small token. It's 1/1, and I will pass.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and untap everything. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and play Black Cleave Cliffs. It has the ability, when this enters the battlefield, tapped, unless I control 2 or fewer other lands. I do control 2 or fewer other lands, so it does not enter the battlefield tapped. I will then go ahead and tap for 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to go ahead and note the name of a card in my graveyard and turn it into a 3/3 creature. Whatever could it be?
I feel like there's somebody's addicted to rituals. A little darkness.
I'm going to swing at you with a 3/3 for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I take 3, Commander.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Well,
We go 1, 2, 3. I'll go ahead and pass to you.
I will untap, draw. I'll play Swamp. Nope, actually. I'll play Mountain. I already have black on the field. Why not? I will tap my Demir Aqueduct for black and 2 other lands and use the blue from the Aqueduct for Defiled Crypt. When 1 or more cards leave the graveyard, I create a 2/2 black horror enchantment creature token.
Is it your graveyard or any graveyard?
My graveyard. Enchantment creatures tokens. This ability triggers only once each turn.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, I'll pass.
I'm going to go ahead and untap everything. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and play Swamp for turn. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap for 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to go ahead and play Fiery Inscription. When this enters the battlefield, the ring tempts me. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery, this will deal 2 damage to each opponent. So the ring will tempt me. I'll go ahead and get my Ring Tempts Me card. I've been tempted by the ring once. I'm going to go ahead and turn this creature into a legendary creature. And this creature will be my Ring Bearer. And then I'll be at stage 1. I'll go ahead and move on to combat. I'm going to go ahead and swing at you with my commander and a 3/3 that cannot be blocked by creatures with a power greater than 3.
I will block with a 1/1.
Which creature are you blocking with? With your 1/1?
It is a 1/1 white glimmer enchantment creature.
Which one of my creatures are you blocking with?
The token. I'm taking 3 commander damage.
It is not a token. It is an unknown creature, but you will take 3 commander.
That we all can tell that it is a dark ritual.
Oh, jeez. You're just trying to memorize that,
Yes.
just so that you never forget which
for
one.
those out there who can't follow along.
For those out there that can't follow along, I will go ahead and proceed to pass.
All right. Untap. What's going to be a problem is when he starts discarding and milling a lot, so then you have to figure out which one's left in the grave. Draw. Play Swamp. I will. I don't want to do this right now, but I guess I should have to. Tip white, black. No, I'll just do black and 3 others. I'm gonna do Cramped Vents. When I unlock this door, the room deals 6 damage to target creature and opponent controls. I gain life equal to excess damage dealt this way. I'm dealing 6 damage to your commander. I have gained 3 life.
Oof! You're going to gain 3. 1, 2, 3.
I know. I'm probably going to regret that. But whatever.
Alright.
I will pass.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and untap everything. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. Then what I'm going to do... Ooh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to tap for 4. I'm going to play Big Score. As an additional cost to casting the spell, I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to discard Call Forth the Tempest. When I do so, I get to draw 2 cards, and I get to create 2 treasure tokens. And then I will create said treasure tokens. I'm going to create 2 of them. Then I'm going to go ahead and move on to combat. I'm going to go ahead and swing my unknown creature.
I will take 3 damage. You meant 3.
I'm going to cast Dark Ritual
Wow.
without paying its mana cost. Who would have thunk? Because I am casting... Oh, that would be my second spell I've cast this turn. That's going to cause Fire Inscription to cast twice. I'm going to deal 4 more damage to you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
So now I'm going to go ahead and cast Dark Ritual, and that's going to have 5 floating mana. I'm then going to go ahead and...
Is that 5? I thought I only gave you 3.
Well, so you only gave me, but I have these 2 treasure tokens that are not tapped.
Okay.
So I can go ahead and sacrifice them, and I'll pay the 3 mana in order to cast my commander.
There we go.
And then, that is not an instant sorcery, so Fiery Inscription will not proc again, but my commander is at least back on the battlefield. And so I will go ahead and proceed to pass.
Alright, I will untap. Draw. You know what? I'm going to tap blue, have floating black mana. I'm going to play Bottomless Pool for 1 blue. And you know what? I feel like I really want to return that black, well, whatever face down creature is, to your hand.
That's going to cause it to leave the battlefield. It's going to go to exile instead.
There you go. That's what happens, people. Then I will play tap a white, use that floating black, play the Doll Maker's Shop. Whenever one or more non-toy creatures I control attack a player, I get to create a 1/1 white toy artifact creature token. So, we're getting there. Just need 1 more.
Alright. Anything else you'd like to do?
I will pass.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and untap everything. My commander will become the Ring Bearer. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and play Access Tunnel. Access Tunnel has the ability tap, pay 3 mana. Target creature with a power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. You don't have any creatures, do you?
Nope, I do not at this moment.
Okay, I'll go ahead and tap for 3. I'm going to go ahead and return an unknown creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield.
Can I take a look at your grave for a second?
Sure, you can.
Alright, here we go. I forgot what that was. It's on the field.
I'm going to go ahead and tap an additional 2, and I'm going to go ahead and play Key to the City. At any given point in time, I can tap this to discard a card, and up to 1 target creature can't be blocked. Whenever the Key of the City becomes untapped, I may pay 2. If I do, I get a draw card. I'm going to go ahead and move on to combat because my unknown creature has Summoning Sickness, and I'm going to go ahead and deal 3 commander damage to you while you're open.
3 more damage to me.
We're going to go like this, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'll go ahead and pass.
Alright, I'll untap. Draw. Oh, there we go. There's Far Forest. That's all we need. You know what? I'm going to tap a blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do Fear of Sleep Paralysis. This is a flying. Whenever Fear of Sleep Paralysis or another enchantment I control enters, and whenever I fully unlock a room, I tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. I'm going to tap this creature.
Isn't it just Can I see the card real quick? Is that alright?
And stun counters cannot be removed.
Oh, you're stunning my card. That's rude. So
Yeah,
it's got a single stun.
I don't know what that spell is. Oh, I will not find out.
That is incredibly rude.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and untap everything, and I'm gonna go ahead and draw a card. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Foreboding Ruins. When this enters the battlefield, we reveal a swamp card. I can't, so it's gonna enter the battlefield tapped. However, I will go ahead and tap for a colorless, and I'm gonna go ahead and tap for a swamp, and I'm gonna play Shieldred's Edict. I get to choose exactly 1. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. Whatever creature could you ever sacrifice? Wow. So go ahead and sacrifice a non-token creature for me. I'm then going to go ahead and tap for 3, and I'm going to go ahead and return an unknown, possibly potentially unknown creature from the graveyard to the battlefield with Summoning Sickness. I'm then going to go ahead and move on to combat because you have no blockers. So I'm going to swing at you with a 3/3 commander and deal 3 more commander damage to you.
Yeah.
And then I will go ahead and pass.
I will untap.
Oh, I did also deal 2 more damage from Fiery Inscription to you for casting the Shieldred's Edict.
I will draw. What I will do is I'm going to tap Forest, blue, black, white, red, play my commander. When it enters, I get to reveal top 7 cards of my library, put all enchantment cards from among them into my hand. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. I got 1.
One out of all that, really?
It is very unfortunate.
Yikes.
And you know what? I still have a black on my field. I'm going to use that. Return this creature to my hand by opening Cadaver Lab.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my upkeep. I'm going to untap everything. I'm going to remove this stun counter instead of untapping that creature. Then I'm going to go ahead and draw my card for turn. I'm going to go ahead and play Dragon's Skull Summit. It enters the battlefield tapped unless I control Swamp or a Mountain. I control Swamp or a Mountain, so it does not enter the battlefield tapped. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Phoenix Retriever. When this enters the battlefield, if I cast it, I get a learn. I'm going to go ahead and learn. And I'm going to go ahead and learn Introduction to Annihilation. Introduction to Annihilation is a 5-mana colorless spell, and it is a lesson sorcery. I can exile a target non-land permanent. Its controller draws a card. I'm going to put that card into my hand. I'm then going to go ahead and tap for 3, and I'm going to go ahead and return an unknown creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield. It has Summoning Sickness. My Phoenix Retriever has haste. Then I'm going to go ahead and move on to combat. But before I do so, I'm going to go ahead and tap this, and I'm going to go ahead and discard Introduction to Annihilation, and I'm going to make this creature here unblockable until end of turn. Then I'm going to swing my unblockable 3/3 creature, my Fire Retriever, and what's the power toughness of your commander again?
It's a 3/5.
I'm going to go ahead and not swing my commander at you. Because my creatures are unblockable, because you don't have a flying blocker, I'm going to deal 2 damage with my Fire Phoenix. Then I'm going to go ahead and cast the unknown creature that I have here on the battlefield. Whatever could it be?
Let me guess. Dark Ritual.
No, it's a Shieldred's Edict.
Oh, really?
I'm going to make each opponent sacrifice a non-token creature because I'm going to choose one or more modes. Which creature on the battlefield would you like to sacrifice? Non-token. I know you got a lot of choices there. I'm also going to deal 2 damage to you from Fiery Inscription.
Okay, then. I'm going to put my commander in the command zone.
All right. And then I will go ahead and pass for turn.
All right. I will untap. Draw. That was not entirely what I would like. You know what, I'm going to tap a red and 1. I'm going to play Roaring Furnace. When I unlock this door, the room's going to deal damage equal to the number of cards in my hand to target creature an opponent controls. I'm going to pick the one that just hit me, because I know what that is now.
It's going to go to the graveyard, or go to exile instead. Ah! Leave my creatures alone! They don't know how to die properly. They also don't know how to live properly either, but that's beside the point.
Well, that's fine. I will tap a blue and a green and 1 other, and I'm going to, well, actually I don't need to tap because this also has a black on it. I'm going to play Lonus, Genetic Expert. It's a legendary creature. has Evolve. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Lonus, investigate that many times. Whenever I sacrifice a clue, I get to put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature I control. And I think that's all I will do for now. Pass.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and untap all my creatures I control. I'm going to go ahead and when I untap this, I may pay 2, which I think in this case I am going to go ahead and pay that 2. What's the power toughness of your creature?
It is a 1/2.
I will go ahead and tap. I'm going to tap my swamp. And I will tap Temple of Malice. When I do so, I get a draw card, so I'll draw a card. Then I'll go ahead and move on to my draw step, and I'll draw a card. Then I'm going to go ahead and tap for 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go ahead and play Blot Out. Target opponent, I'm going to choose my opponent. He's going to exile a creature or planeswalker they control with the greatest mana value among creatures or planeswalkers they control.
Wow. Well,
What creature shall you ever pick?
I guess this would be a little difficult.
I'm going to go ahead and tap for 2, and I'm going to go ahead and play Prowler's Helm. It has the ability, equipped creature can't be blocked except by walls. I'm then going to go ahead and move on to combat. You don't have any blocking creature, or you don't have any blockers, do you?
No.
So I'm going to swing at you with a 2/2, I'm going to swing at you with a 3/3, and I'm going to swing at you with a 3/3 for a grand total of 6, 7, 8 damage. When I go ahead and do so, I'm going to go ahead and cast the following spells. I'm going to go ahead and cast Cascading Tempest. I'm going to Cascade, and then I'm going to deal damage equal to the number of other spells that I've cast this turn. And then I'm also going to cast but before that, I'm going to cast the spell Big Score. In addition to casting that spell, I got to discard a card. So I'll go ahead and discard a card, and then I'll draw 2 cards, and then I'll create 2 treasure tokens. Then I'll go ahead and Cascade off of 8. The very first spell I'm going to cast is going to be Jury Master Revenue, and then I'm going to cast Sonic Screwdriver. After I cast those spells, I think it's Call Forth the Tempest is actually the technical name. After I cast Call Forth the Tempest, I'm going to deal damage equal to the number of other spells that I've cast this turn, which I've cast Big Score, which is a mana value of 4, I've cast Jury, which is a mana value of 2, and I've cast Sonic Screwdriver, which is a mana value of 3, and I've cast Prowler's Helm, which is a mana value of 2. So I'm going to deal a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to deal 11 damage to you, and I'll end the game.
You were lucky I didn't draw another land.
I am lucky to not draw another land. I really am.
If I did so, I could have paid life to play my Fear of Paralysis again, which would have been only 6. Then I could have played Nico, exiling him temporarily, making a copy of him, putting another stun counter on another creature. He would have came back on the field at the end step, putting another stun counter on another creature, pretty much shutting him down. But I did not draw an extra land. It would have been 2 more turns. That was a close game.
That was insane. Yeah, going after my little creatures like that. They're not big creatures, but when they get going and they can't be blocked, they keep going. They're pretty good. All right. Do we want to just skip to a pass, or do we want to try another round of this and then go?
It's up to you if you want.
Okay, we'll do a pass. We're gonna do a swap here. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you. Now you gotta play Magar the Magic Strings, and I gotta try to beat you with your deck.
This was because if it even started attacking you, I would make toys, and then I could make the base power.
I remember the very first time I played this. I was having my wife. She was playing it, and she was helping me beta test it. And she was playing this deck, and I was playing Maha. And she was like, "Wait, you mean if I target Maha, I get to discard a card?" And I'm like, "Yes." And she was like, "Target Maha, I'll discard this card. I'll bring it back to the battlefield." And I was like, "What?" And so I cast Maha again. You're giving me another discard? I'll go ahead. Target Maha. I'll discard a card. It was freaking AIDS. It was so freaking AIDS. She ended up field wiping Maha over and over and over.
Well, no one likes Maha. Maha is
Maha. I love Maha. Maha's such a great commander.
Well, why do I need to see play Dark Ritual most of your land?
Yeah, most of those spells do just like casually, just straight up give you mana draw. It's absolutely amazing. I like this. This is like hardcore. This is just straight tax fraud. That's what this is.
That is. You stopped it one turn too soon.
I got lucky with that. I was trying to path to an Introduction to Annihilation it, but I couldn't actually get the Introduction to Annihilation out. I had to send it to the graveyard instead.
Because if I would have turned all those rooms into monsters, that would have been fun.
Oh man, throwing doors at people. I know your parents that always say never slam the doors, but in this case, we're slamming all the doors.
Let's learn lesson.
Yeah.
I gotta flip these lessons. Lessons. Because I'm not really good at learning lessons, apparently.
I hope that you find the infinite combo in there, because there's actually a few of them in there, and it's pretty gnarly.
More than one, right?
There is more than one. I actually added, with the new Aether Drift set, I added Full Throttle in there.
It's okay. We'll see. Because that has two, this has more than one, so apparently.
Oh. Well, I think that one might only have two. I don't know. It has quite a few.
So.
Arguably, I guess if you say in Garruk's Wake, you could argue that that's an infinite combo, but it still only gets rid of creatures, and it doesn't get rid of the enchantments, which also might be problematic, so. It has a lot of the edicts going after the instances and going after artifacts and enchantments, so that kind of also sort of helps it out, gauge it, but I think it's more targeted, because it needs to be like a low mana cost, in my opinion. Whereas this, like, you can make it like 25, 35, just go ahead and tap and unlock that thing.
Yeah, the problem is that infinite is not controllable to stop once it starts. So
No? So, and then a draw?
It might be a draw.
Alright, I'm looking forward to drawing.
You can cut.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's actually a good one to have in the starter can, not on the bottom. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Here we are. I'm going to keep this hand. Alright.
You want to go first?
Oh, actually, here, let me reset the scoreboard. I won, so if you want to, you get to go first.
Oh, yeah, if that's what you want.
If it's as truly good as it is as I had made it seem to be.
Terramorph Expanse. Tap, sacrifice, look for a basic. Put on baffle, tap.
Well, that's weird. I'll do the same thing.
What? Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it?
I'm going for... Let's see. Do you got a swamp? Swamp. Please. Where's the swamp?
Oh. There should go.
There's a swamp.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for a swamp myself, actually.
Wow.
No, it's kind of weird. I don't like it.
Green is the cards that will give you cards of any color.
Yeah, I noticed that. But I also noticed that it seems a little harder to pull out the other colors.
Exactly.
So I need to go after the colors I don't have.
Now it just makes me wonder what he actually has. Well, I'm going to get to my turn. Untap. Draw.
Oh, frick.
Play. Smoldering Marsh goes in play tap because I don't have 2 or more basics. I have to pass.
Would you like to cut my deck?
Here we go.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and untap everything and draw a card. Oh, nice.
He thinks it's nice. That's nice.
I'm going to play the dining room is going to enter the battlefield tapped. And then I'll pass.
A dining what? Oh, the dining room.
The dining room.
I forgot. Yes, it has the clue sets in here. Tap, draw.
The dining room taps for, enters the battlefield tapped and taps for a forest or a mountain. I can pay 4 mana to investigate.
I'm going to tap 2.
I'm over here playing Clue, trying to get a clue.
I'm a thought. I have thought vessel.
And he's just a thought.
Yes.
An afterthought.
Well, afterthought. Yes.
You know, my turn?
Yeah.
I'm going to untap. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and play the library. It's going to enter the battlefield tapped. It taps for a island or a mountain. Then I'm going to go ahead and tap for 2. And I'm going to cast Herald of Pathian. Enchantment spells I cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, I will gain a life. Man, I wish it was that easy for me to get a life.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
It's called Get Out of the House.
Get out of the house. Frick.
Untap, draw. I'm going to tap red, black on 1. Might as well play the commander because it is cheap. Yeah, it's just cheap. I pass.
I'm going to go ahead and untap everything. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and play a command tower. Then I'm going to go ahead and now this is hard. I will go ahead and tap my island, and I'm going to go ahead and play Bottomless Pool. Bottomless Pool is going to be locked, or a locker room is going to be locked, but Bottomless Pool is not. When I unlock this, I get to return up to 1 target creature to its owner's hand. I'll return your commander to your hand. I had an enchantment enter the battlefield, so I'm going to go ahead and gain a life.
Finally.
Finally that I gain a life. Then I'm going to go ahead and tap for 3, and I'm going to go ahead and cast Walk-in Closet. When it enters the battlefield, I will go ahead and lock Forgotten Cellar. I may play lands from my graveyard, and I think I've played a land for turn already, so I will go ahead and just pass.
Alright. I will untap. Draw. Wow. I don't particularly want to do that yet. Maybe I'll do a tap red and 2 to do a Seething Song. I get to add 5 red mana to my mana pool. I'm going to use that to play. Let's do it. Urbrask. First strike.
Oh, frick!
Yeah, I still have a floating 1 red. But, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Urbrask will do 1 damage to target opponent and add 1 red for me. I can use that red to exile Urbrask, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery, and only if you can cast 3 or more instants or sorceries this turn.
Ew.
Well, I'm going to play this land. Goes in play tapped. Now I'm going to return this swamp to my hand. That floating red just going to have to be wasted. Pass.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and untap everything. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play Terramorphic Expanse, and I'm going to tap and sack it. I'm searching my library for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield tapped.
Isn't that amazing?
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Then I'm going to go ahead and pay for 4, and I'm going to go ahead and play Yenna the Red Tooth Regent. It's a legendary creature elf. It's not an enchantment entering the battlefield. Big sad. So it won't actually give me what I actually want. But that's all I can do for my turn. So I'm going to go ahead and search for my land, and I'll go ahead and pass to you.
It's okay.
I know.
That means you can get double land searches.
I suppose.
Well, if you bring a land back, sacrifice it, then bring it back again.
I'm going to search for the plains. It's going to enter the battlefield tapped.
Well, because technically, when it gives you permission to play a land, you are able. Untap and draw.
Well, the way this one's phrased, it's I have to do it with infrequency. It's because you may play lands. It's not. I get to play all of them.
Ooh, then never mind.
Yeah.
Self-corrected. Thank you.
No problem.
How about? I don't like that. Tap a red and a black and one. You know, I need to get rid of that creature.
Which creature?
The one that's going to duplicate all your enchantments.
What are you doing?
Destroy target creature.
Oh,
you can do +1/+1 on it. You may have
or both.
No longer suspected. Okay. Target suspected. I don't have a suspected creature.
Yeah, it's got to be target suspected creature.
That's a. I think that's. You got a 2/2 blocker. Let's do a 4/4 first strike.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You. Okay.
That's fast.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and untap. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a card. I'm gonna go ahead and play a Terramorphic Expanse. I'm gonna have it enter the battlefield, and I'm gonna tap and sack it. I'll search my library at the end step. What I will do is I'm going to go ahead and tap for 5 to go ahead and cast my commander. When this enters the battlefield, I get to reveal the top 7 cards of my library. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll reveal it to you. And I get to put all enchantments from among them into my hand and the rest on the bottom of my library in random order. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the rest of these will go on the bottom of my
Wow,
library.
you got better odds than I did. Sheesh.
I know, I'm just that talented. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I gotta discard one, which I'm okay with that.
You gotta have a mana you can discard? Because who plays lands?
Not this deck.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna discard this this enchantment, and I'll go ahead and search my library for that land, and put it onto the battlefield tapped, and I'll pass.
All right, I'll untap.
Let's search for that island.
Draw. I'm gonna play swamp.
Would you like to cut my deck?
Chop.
Thank you.
I will tap red, black, and one other to put the commander from the hand onto the field. And I will then use his ability because it is only a paid activate ability. I don't have to tap him. 2. Note a card from my grave.
You cannot shuffle your graveyard.
Yes, you can see my grave.
All right. That's lame, but all right.
Is it lame? I wonder.
I can't imagine where you would take such a strategy like that from.
I was just wondering if they had haste.
It does not have haste.
Okay, well, I might as well.
And a 3/5 and a 2/2.
2/2. I will pass for now.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and untap all my cards, and I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and play a mountain for turn, and then One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and tap all this, because I get 2. And I'm going to do Secret Arcade and Dusty Parlor. It enters the battlefield, and I'm going to have it, both of them are unlocked. Non-land permanents I control are enchantments in addition to the other types. And then whenever I cast an enchantment, I get to put a +1/+1 counter equal to that spell's mana value on up to one target creature. So we'll go ahead, that mana value is 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go ahead and put 8 +1/+1 counters on that on this creature.
Say it, wait, one more time?
I'm doing both sides of it whenever I cast.
Which one first?
I'm doing them both. I did them both at the exact same time.
Well, first one's the cast, and then there's an open because they don't cast the second.
I thought it said if you you may cast either half, that door unlocks on the battlefield as a sorcery. You may pay the mana cost for the other door to unlock. Okay, I guess I see what you're saying. So we'll go ahead and do this side, and then we'll go ahead and then unlock the other side. That way I get that trigger.
That's fine.
Cool. So we're going to go ahead and put 8 +1/+1 counters on this creature. It did cost 1 less for me to cast, so I only have 7 here, but I only needed a total of, or actually I had less than that, or I had just that -1 in order to do that. But yeah, I was able to cast out for 1 less, and then I had enough to then open it. So we're going to go ahead and I put the 8 +1/+1 counters, and I'll gain a life. Yeah. And then I'll go ahead and tap my commander, and I'm going to go ahead and unlock. I'm going to unlock Forgotten Cellar. When I do so, I get to unlock this door. I may cast spells from my graveyard.
By using your life, right? You want to use your life?
No, it's not for by using my life. It's just I could cast the spell only until end of turn. So that's why I don't want to do it. I think I'll do this one. Whenever one or more creatures I control deal damage to a player, I get to draw a card. We'll unlock that one. And then I'll proceed to swing at you with a 10/10.
Okay. I have to take 10, I guess.
First damage on you. Woo! And then I will draw a card. And then I'll pass.
I will untap. Draw. What I'll do first, go to tap 2, play Silver Shrouded Costume, then I'm going to tap 3, to equip the Silver Shrouded Costume to this face-down creature.
To the unknown creature.
It enters the battlefield, attaches to target creature you control. That creature gains shrouded until end of turn.
Yeah, you don't have to pay the
I don't have to pay the quick cost.
No, you just do it.
That's amazing.
I know, right?
So that means I just had to do those 2. That's amazing. You know what? Sheesh. I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to have this 3/3, I guess I'm supposed to label it. This is a 3/3 creature hits you directly.
I am entirely wide open.
And I'm going to be casting that spell. And it deals 1 damage Herb Astral deals 1 damage to your target opponent. And I gain a red mana floating
You're going to deal 1 damage because you're casting a spell.
But my spell will give me 5 mana. Fire mana.
I don't really want to know what you're casting.
I am going to cast first his commander's ability. Bring this face down spell. And I'm going to use 3 of that floating. Bilbo's ring. And 1 and the other 3 floating to equip it to this creature. So it has hexproof and can't be blocked.
Ew.
And whenever it attacks alone, I draw a card and I lose a life. At this point, I'm going to pass.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and untap everything. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I'm going to play a forest for turn. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast for 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I gotta make sure I get my colors. Let's see, we'll make sure we do 2 red. Here we go. Yeah, 2 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That for 6. Oh, nope, this costs 1 less to do. Let's not do the forest. We'll do that one.
Yeah, forests are important.
Yeah, they're very important.
There may not be very many green in there, but they are really useful.
Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and play Tunnel of Hate.
Tunnel of Hate.
The mana value of this spell is 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to put 9 +1/+1 counters on a target creature I control. I'll put 9 +1/+1 counters on this one.
Well, which one are you casting?
I'm casting the Tunnel of Hate. But when you cast a spell like this, because it's saying whatever the mana value of the spell is both sides. It's not just the one side you cast it on. When you cast it on the one side, then as a sorcery, you may unlock the other side.
Well, technically, this one is locked. This
Right.
is the one you cast.
Right.
This
So
all they do is-
mana value is different from the mana cost to cast. So the mana value will always be what the total mana value of both sides are. It's the same thing like when you have like the split spells. You just look at both sides. So when it says whatever the mana value of that spell is, you have to consider both spells, the locked and the unlocked.
But you're only casting one spell, right?
You don't have to. It's kind of like when you cast a split spell. So say for an example, you have an ability that says the next spell you cast has Cascade, and you cast one of the split spells, and you only pay the 2 mana cost one to copy a target instant or sorcery spell. The mana value of that for the Cascade, you still take into consideration the right half and the left half, not just the one half.
Yes, but those are two separate casts. This one you only cast one side.
On the split spells, you only cast one side too, but you still take into consideration both halves.
Okay.
So, then my commander has their ability. I will go ahead and... I think what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and tap my commander to go ahead and unlock this. When I unlock this door, I may cast spells from my graveyard this turn. If a card will be put into my graveyard from anywhere this turn, I exile it instead. I'm going to go ahead and cast this side. I only got 3 mana left, so even though I'm casting it, I will go ahead and do this trigger. I'm going to take into account both sides, but I'm only going to have this side be unlocked and that side be locked. So I'm going to go ahead and put... Here, let's see, we'll use that door. I'm going to go ahead and put 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to put 8 counters on my commander. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on to combat. I did cast 2 enchantment spell, so I'm going to gain 2 life. And then I will proceed to swing at you with a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Right.
A 19 with double strike.
I cannot. 19 double strike.
It's a 19 double strike. Whenever I attack, a target attacking creature I control gains, or target attacking creature gains double strike. So it's a 19 with double strike.
Hmm.
You could sacrifice one of your spells. It does not have trample.
I will have Urbrass block. Because it doesn't have trample, right?
It does not have trample. I will pass to you.
I will untap. Draw. Okay. Wow. I'll go to combat. I will have a 3/3, attack you unblockable, and another 3/3 and attack you unblockable.
I will take 6.
I will gain 5 floating red mana, and I will target this creature to be destroyed.
Not my creature. Not my life gain.
I will tap 1. No, this is colorless. Play Rage Reflection. Creatures I control have double strike.
So now this is a really interesting card. Because now your creatures have double strike, if you were to attack them, they were good on block. The card says whenever you would deal damage. Double strike means that you're dealing damage twice.
So I would cast it twice.
You would cast them both twice.
Yes, but I guess I could have cast that twice. Tap Mountain. Play Vindictive Flamestroker. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, put an all counter on Vindictive Flamestroker. I can pay 7, sacrifice Stroker, discard my hand, then draw 4 cards. This ability costs 1 less. Activate for each oil counter on Vindictive Flamestroker.
Yeah, it's never going to happen.
I'll tap 2. There's an Arcane Signet.
That is a non-creature spell.
I guess I just 1. I'll tap 1, 2, 3. No, don't do that.
Just do it. Do it.
No, I'd rather throw it away.
You're still throwing it away when you cast it.
No, I'm not casting it. I pass.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and untap everything. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. Oh, cool. I'm going to go ahead and play a land for turn. I'm going to play Terramorphic Expanse. I'm going to tap and sack it. I'm searching my library for that basic land card and put it onto the battlefield tap. But I'll do that at my end step. Then I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to tap for 8. Because I have to tap the full amount for this spell. And I'm going to go ahead and cast this. I do not gain a life because I don't have my creature, but I do get to put the full mana value of the spell that I'm casting on a target creature. So I'm going to go ahead and put 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to put 11 +1/+1 counters on our guy here. So we go like that, turn that to a 1, and we get another 6. When I do unlock this door, I get to return a target creature card from my graveyard. Return all creature cards from my graveyard to the battlefield.
What?
And then I will go ahead and tap this. When I do so, I will unlock. I'm going to unlock. Let's see. I'll unlock this door. And then I'm going to create a 6/6 black demon creature token with flying.
Gross. I don't like that at all.
I believe I was supposed to lose 2 life in my last round because I just realized I was supposed to at my end step draw a card if I control but I didn't control a demon, so I was supposed to just lose 2 life. So I'll just take that real quick. I got distracted. So there we go. There's my 6/6 demon with flying. This is an enchantment. These are all enchantments entering the battlefield, so I will gain 2 life from his trigger, because I'll have that go onto the stack.
Okay.
And then I will pass.
I'll untap. Draw. I'm going to...
Would you like to cut my deck?
Sure. Tap a swamp. And 2 others.
I need to draw a card.
I'm going to play Blot Out.
Oh, by the way, you're losing 2 life for my end step.
Darn. Target opponent exiles a creature or planeswalker they control with the greatest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control.
I don't have any very high mana value. They're all the same. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
The big one.
The big one is mine. It's gonna go to my command zone.
That felt good.
That felt good. Frick.
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to combat. Double strike you, unblockable. So it's 12 damage to you directly.
I will take 12.
I don't like that one on the field. That one needs to go away. Needs to go away.
Are you killing it?
And I'm also gonna get 10 red mana.
You suck. You suck.
I'm gonna use 7 of that 10 mana to sacrifice Vindictive Flamestroker. Discard my hand.
Oh. No! No!
Pay 1, 2, 3. Return a spell. Face.
Oh, which one? Which one might it actually be?
Use the floating 3, and this is gonna be equipped to this creature. Be unblockable.
For the viewers who don't know what exactly just happened, my opponent has just went ahead and discarded Rise of the Eldrazi. Rise of the Eldrazi, what it states is when you cast this spell, destroy target non-land permanent an opponent controls, then target player takes an additional turn after this, then target player draws 4 cards, then exile Rise of the Eldrazi. The reason why this is critical to his deck is because if he manages to have that spell make contact with my poor life total, he will get infinite turns, because the commander states, well, you may take a card from your graveyard, put it down as a creature, it becomes a 3/3 creature. Whenever the creature deals combat damage to an opponent, you may make a copy of that spell. Rise of the Eldrazi can be copied that way.
I'm not gonna equip that.
And so because Rise of the Eldrazi can be copied that way, he exiles the copy. He doesn't exile the original Rise of the Eldrazi.
So, I realized I had a floating mana. I'm going to use the other one that has hexproof, so it has hexproof.
Oh, this is freaking so he has hexproof, so I can't just remove him. Yeah, you suck. You suck so much. I need a freaking field wipe or something in here. All right.
Sorry.
Anything else?
Nope, that's all.
All right. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna untap everything. I'm gonna draw a card. Oh man.
You know, do I get double turns if I double strike you?
Yes, actually. Yes, you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gosh, I gotta do something to get rid of your garbage.
You could always cast your commander again just for useless. I won't have haste.
I have nothing that can stop you.
The only thing is,
My only shot is to try to just beat you down
play 3, 6
with mana. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap for 2. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this enchantment. I'm gonna go ahead and try to put 5 +1/+1 counters on my 6 with flying. So we're gonna put 5 +1/+1 counters there. All spells I cast are enchantments. So I'll go ahead and tap for 1 more. I had to tap that one. This is gonna enter the battlefield with that locked there. So we'll tap this one. Go ahead and play that one. Well, actually, I'm going to do that in the reverse order. I'm going to play that one first, then play that one. I'm still going to put a +1/+1 counter on that. But now this one's going to get a +1/+1 counter. And it's going to get...
it's going to get a creature. You don't have to put it on that one. You can put it on a different one.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah, we're going to put it on that guy.
There you go.
Then I'm going to tap for 3. Make sure I don't accidentally screw myself. Yeah, we're going to tap for 3. Oh, these enchantments are costing 1 less. Psh. I only need to tap 1. So we're going to tap not that many. We're going to tap 2 for this. I'm going to cast this one. I'm going to put 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to put 9 there. Maybe I get enough. 6. And we're going to do the 1 +1/+1. So we're going to do, that's 6. I'm going to do +4 to this, putting it at 5. And then
there you go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't have white. I don't have white. But I have colorless. I'll tap for 2 for colorless. No, tap 1 for colorless to go ahead and cast Case of the Shattered Pact. When it enters the battlefield, I'll search my library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into my hand, and then shuffle. I'll play that land, and I'll make it a plains. Well, actually, let me double check to make sure you actually have a plains for me to do that for.
That's fine. You don't need that. You can swing for lethal.
I can right now. You have 28. I don't have 28 on that. I have 6 times 3, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Play 1, so this goes to 6. That's 24 damage. Double strike.
It's not double strike.
I thought you had your enchantment because you double.
Oh, you're right. I do have double strike. Okay.
I lose.
Okay, cool. I swing for lethal. Barely.
Such bull. Good job.
So freaking close. This saved my hide. This is the enchantment that everybody was talking about. That is the must-have enchantment for this deck because it's based off of mana value for all this stuff. Mm-hmm. It makes a tiny, what should be just a little tiny thing like that, be enormous and stupid. That was a hard game, man. Holy frick.
Well,
I think this enchantment, I saw people trying to sell it for like $30.
I probably could win if I did Mana Flare, but I didn't want to share that with you.
I wouldn't have wanted to share it with me either.
That just means I would have ramped faster. Would have cast it sooner.
I've thought about taking Mana Flare out, but it's come in clutch sometimes. There's one game where it came in clutch.
Such a satisfying day.
I like this deck. I like this deck a whole lot. It's such a cool concept. I was trying to play that one for forever, where I could just take the enchantments and return them back to the battlefield. And then as long as I had 5 or more, I could just give them all those stupid text.
Yeah, they be flying and.
But I never had the man or the ability to do it. There was always something that came up that was just ever so slightly more beneficial because it gave me a blocker or something.
Well, you had plenty of rooms. Did you not have a tutor room?
I never had any tutor rooms, no. I didn't get a single tutor room. It was so frustrating. I got lots of land tutors.
It's like, all you need is 8. I think all you need is 8 open
And I just
doors.
needed to find that one that made me win with 8. That was all I needed, but I couldn't ever find it. So...
It's either that, or you get infinite power. Because you have spirit dancers.
Thank you for letting me borrow that. That is a fun deck, man. That is so much fun.
Wait, which way side?
I'm not gonna lie, I was absolutely terrified when I saw that you threw Rise of the Eldrazi in the graveyard. I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna get hit by it. There's nothing I can do about it.
You could totally. It's like, what are you talking about? You got double strength. I got no flying.
Yes, that was. Yeah, you took out. What did you take out instead of my flyer?
I took it out your copier.
Oh.
Pretty much, you could have copied the same white enchantment and then started doing double.
Yeah. That was actually what I was going to try to start doing, but.
I was like, yeah, I probably should have eliminated that first.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Awesome. It was alright if I have my sorceries and tokens.
Here's your learn.
My learn.
Because
My call it edumacation.
educations.
And from Strixhaven. And then we'll put that there. And put my commander nice and neatly on top. I love this deck. I like the whole concept and everything.
I don't want to. Oh, that's my diabolic tutor that I never even use.
I never got the Diabolic Tutor. I saw it. I never got to use it. It never came up.
This is the one we got from the shop.
Yeah.